The last time these two sides met, it was all about Otago. 64-21 was the score on that day, a record-setting score for the Big Gold O. But before that, Hawke's Bay had their way in this fixture. They'd won 6 straight, and they'll be looking for another victory here tonight. Contrasting fortunes in week 1 for these sides. Otago going down to Wellington 34-16, while Hawke's Bay far too good for Southland, winning 31-10. Just a couple of changes for each side heading into tonight's Friday night affair. But plenty of talent on show and plenty of familiar names from Super Rugby, especially from the Super Rugby team in these parts. Here's the Hawke's Bay team: Braidwood, Dixon and May in the front row, with Tom Parsons and Mike Allardyce locking the scrum. Marino Makaele-Tu'u on the blind side tonight. Josh Kaifa at number 7. Gareth Evans will pack down at number 8. Webber and Falcon in the halves, with Dunn and Illy in the midfield today for Hawke's Bay. Mason Emerson and Jonah Lowe on the wings, and Jamie Jerry Taulangi, the Queensland Red and Sunwolves player, lining up at fullback today. John Preston joining us in commentary. JP, interesting fixture this. Otago surely better than they were last week.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sumo, no doubt about it, back on home track as well. And, you know, they're contrasting sides as well last week in the way they played the game, and they'll start up front with a pretty useful looking front row. Soili, Anderson Heather to captain the side, and Sasangi there, Rowe and Dixon in the middle row, and then Dawai comes into the blind side, been away playing overseas for a couple of years. McDowell was good on the loose. Missy Loy playing at number 8, replacing Nell, who's got injured in that game last weekend. Then we have Renton Yawani back into 10, his first game of this competition. Thompson, Fadders, Timu, and they're looking pretty strong out the back as well. Vilamoni Karoi coming at fullback.
Yeah, that's right. Jonah Nareki can tear them apart as well. Ben Herring's done a lot of work during this week, said he wasn't happy with the way they performed against Wellington, and I dare say no coach would have been. Buff Laney on the sideline tonight. Evening to you, Buffer.
Yeah, evening, guys, and this is going to be a great game, I think. This Hawke's Bay side played some good rugby in that first round, and Otago have certainly got a bit of work to do after that performance against Wellington. But they always come out at this stadium and tend to perform, so this is going to be a real cracker, and one I'm really looking forward to.
That guy is swiping right like nobody's business. Well done, that man. Hawke's Bay Magpies led out by Ash Dixon. What mana this player has. 85th career appearance tonight for Ash Dixon, followed out by Gareth Evans, former teammates, of course, at the Highlanders. Evans moving up to the Hurricanes this season. He played exceptionally well. And this man always gives 100%. Brad Webber, Chiefs halfback, his 52nd match back in Hawke's Bay colours. JP, he will be a competitor for as long as he's on the park today.
Yeah, that's one of his great attributes, his competitiveness, no doubt about it, and then match that with his speed, and he is just lethal in any situation, particularly as the game progresses, I think, and forwards get a little more tired around the fringes. Watch out for him.
Well, it's a great combination too with Tian Falcon, both players involved with the Chiefs setup this year. So Tian has spent a lot of time around Brad Webber in a training environment. He will know the plays pretty well. And it's all about the hookers tonight. Sam Anderson here that gets the captain's armband for this Otago side. Their next 3, Manawatu, could that be a shield challenge? Northland and Southland to follow as they top and tail the country. And Josh Ioane, out of last week due to concussion issues, returns to take the first 5 jersey tonight. JP, you've had time with this kid. He's been in the Highlanders setup, used as a fullback, but you see his future at 10 for sure. Yeah,
very much so. He's a very talented footballer, Josh Ioane. He's been in and around that Highlanders group for a year or two now, getting experience. Just needs time in the saddle here, I think. Certainly in this Mitre 10 Cup level, maybe a couple of good seasons at that, and he'll only get better and better.
Caius Phillips is today's ball delivery ball. He'll be out there as a ball delivery boy, should I say. He's not a bull. And he'll be out shortly. Is that him? He's got it. They've already got the ball. Caius, no, here he comes. Big confusion. The ball boys stepped over the mark here. There's Caius Phillips, plays for the Dunedin Sharks. 9 years old, Caius, and his favourite player is Sam Anderson Heather. There is nothing better than the ball delivery kid at Mitre 10 Cup game. It's always seamless. Yeah, Shuhei Kubu, the referee tonight. John O'Brien and Stuart Curran on the sideline, and Christopher Hart in the TMO booth.
Thank you. Time on.
Josh Ioane with the kick-off. Otago playing right to left. Welcome along to Friday Night Football. What a weekend of rugby we have ahead. Taken in by Mike Allardyce. Brad Webber quickly over the ball. Hawke's Bay will try and drive their way out of trouble through Tom Parsons. He's held up. And the ball is called. Now they need to flood. Magpies trying to get as many in as possible. That ain't coming out at all. Otago, big play to start.
I called them all.
Oh, great start, Otago. I thought they wanted to lift their standards defensively this weekend, and that is the perfect start. Stamp a mark on the game in that respect.
Yeah,
We'll look at it again. Tompkinson, the man we spoke about pre-match, loves the physical, loves the contact. He went high and just brute strength, really. A little bit of assistance from Slade McDowell. And that's turnover.
Yeah, well, Slade McDowell was fantastic there. He had a really good game against Wellington. And he's certainly taken his chances with James Lynch. He's on the sideline with a sore neck at the moment, so good opportunity for the young fella.
Scrum turns, they've got to get on with it. Renton now. Getting the ball out to Tompkinson. He's well looked after by Pascal Dunn. Renton again. Looking to cut back against the grain is Tom Rowe. He'll set for Renton. Third play out to the right. And that's a handy drive too. And they stay. Halia Dalway back in Otago colours for the first time since 2016. Big open side to work with Sam Anderson Heather. Almost away from the tackle of Michaeli too. Now some numbers for Otago. Kick pass looked to be on, and Faddis let it go through the hands. And the knock-on will be called. Hawke's Bay defending well across their 22.
Oh, enterprising start, Otago. Nice little line. Sam Anderson Heather coming back on the angle. He got into a wee bit of space. And then we see him there. That was the end. Pretty quick ruck ball as well. Had Slade McDowell on the width here. He came back just in front of Matt Faddis. We'll see it there on the angle. Got a wee bit lost, and I think Faddis might have lost sight of that one. Good signs Otago early on.
Certainly a better start than they made last week, Puff, that's for sure.
Yeah, it did right, mate. And to be fair, they were disappointed last week. You know, to go 17 points down after about 12 or 13 minutes. You really were playing catch-up rugby after that, but good start.
Fine. Set.
Table service there at scrum time. Brad Webber saw an opportunity on the right wing through Jonah Lowe, put it on the toe. Back for Jonah Nareki now, and a couple of passes wide. Josh Temu. And Temu will set just short of the halfway line. Otago ball. Here's Misiloi. Starting debut for the Harbour Club man. And the turnover is made by Josh Kafer. Not the first of the season for the former Aucklander. Hawke's Bay in possession just inside their own half. Jamie Jerry Tolangi. Now the ball back to Gareth Evans. Evans went out the back door. Webber can't hold on. And the knock-on will be called.
Oh, they're an offloading team as this Hawke's Bay side. They look for it a lot, and they are very good at it. Stacey Illy on that occasion. Almost gone to ground. Just somehow managed to release the ball inside, keep the movement alive. And that's how they're dangerous. This Hawke's Bay side, you give them a sniff.
I'll tell you what, any turnover ball, this Jamie Jerry Tulagi is going to be very, very dangerous, JP.
Yeah, he's an offloader as well, mate. I watched him last week, and just about every time he gets into that contact situation, he's looking to free the ball.
Yeah, just putting up. That's all good. Where's Mitre?
Must be something in common with them with two first names.
Number 3, he's breathing.
Bit of a pause here for some medical attention, or maybe just a water break. That was a fast start. Oh, Benny May's ear's coming off. That'll need training tonight.
Yeah. Fast one, sorry, no issue.
Won plenty of matches at home, Otago, but back-to-back has been a bit of an issue.
Did he just put Ventolin on his ear?
I thought that was meant to go in the old mouth.
That's it. He has just busted out the first asthmatic ear in rugby history. What are you up to, Doc?
I think the medic's been whacked in the head.
What are you up to?
He's got the kid, he's got to use it.
Let's go, Heath.
Doc, my ear can't breathe.
Crouch.
I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
Fine.
Good shunt from Hawke's Bay. They showed some real muscle power last week against Southland in the pack. Fatters says, let's get out of here. That's through the hands of Taulangi.
Take him back!
Taken back inside his 22, and he heard the call. Josh Timu made the tackle. Fatters was trying to get over the top, but well cleaned out in the end. Big contact made. Misiloi there to make the tackle. Not showing the hard graft, this pack from Hawke's Bay. Some tough meters to try and get out of their danger zone. Stacey Illy now kicks downfield. Here's Ioane. He'll return fire. The chase from Vilamoni Kuroi is coming. And Taulangi climbs high. No contest in the air. Kuroi makes the tackle. Picked up, darts down the blind side. Brad Webber finds Mason Emerson, and Misiloi does not miss. There's the penalty for Hawke's Bay. Great defence from Sione Misiloi.
Oh, dead on, Sumo. That created it entirely. An offensive hit. Misiloi won that collision on Emerson. He's a big man. He is physical. He showed it last week, and that's part of the reason he's got the start. He's dangerous for Webber. He always uses that short side, uses it well. That's Emerson back into Misiloi. Got thumped. And then they're straight over the ball.
Oh, interesting here. Not going for the points, guys. Just trying to keep the pressure on. It's a really good kick chase. Kuroi coming through with a big tackle as well. And it looked like they're going for a full line out.
Let's go.
Well, the rolling maul was working a treat for Hawke's Bay last week. Not so much Otago. I think they're a bit too far out to set the maul here. And they don't win the line out as it is. Parsons.
It's out.
Loose again and then dropped. Braidwood can't hold on. Otago now just 6 metres out from the Hawke's Bay line. Sauli. Penalty advantage against Michael Allardyce. He was counted last week against Southland. Good clean out from Gareth Evans.
No rolling away. No, Paul. No, backwards. And then
they'll come back for the penalty now.
No point liner.
Oh, you're going to have to watch it, Hawke's Bay.
No, just get back, please.
What's the call? Knock on from us?
No call. No point liner. Yeah, just nothing. Yeah, knock back by you first. Sorry, by Blue first and then knock back by you.
Trying to buy a scrum somehow. It's not going to happen, I don't think, Ish. But Allardyce got inside in a little bit of bother last week. Both he and Gareth Evans were off the field for a period of about 7 minutes or so, down to 13 men. Didn't pay too much last week, but I suspect against the Otago side they would do.
I think that's good captaincy from Ash Dixon, Brendan Laney. I think he was just buying time, give his team a breather.
I'd also got to be fair to him, the first knock-on was by Otago. There wasn't really a hell of a lot of advantage out of that. The next knock-on was by his side. So, anyway, decision made. Big chance here for Otago.
This time the line-out is good. Tom Rowe takes it down. Otago's line-out drive defence is good for now, forcing Otago wide. Flat ball to Tompkinson. Dunn came flying out of the line at him. And there's the turnover play. I was wondering if there was a release involved there. The referee saw it his way.
Gareth Evans.
David, thank you. Hold it on. No, sorry, on the ball.
Yeah, that's Sam Anderson Heather's call as well. We'll just have another wee look at it and see how clear the release is. Gareth Evans, strong in that department, or a strong man, full stop. A real athlete. So just got a wee bit isolated. We look here. See how Thompson, good footwork to start with. I think he's okay, Gareth Evans. He wasn't really involved in the tackle, went straight over the ball, and if the man's lying on top of the ball, that's all you can do.
Well, we saw in Super Rugby, he shifted to 7, didn't we, guys? And he had a fantastic performance in a couple of games and doing that exact thing, straight in over the ball. Very, very good at that.
Here we go.
Oh, he was massive. Had a couple of down days in Hurricanes colours this year, but then came back and was outstanding in the playoffs. Kaifer now put down by Sio Tompkinson. Set again for Webber. Using their big second row ball carriers to good effect today. Here's Bam Bam May. Taken down on the tackle of Josh Dixon. He tried the strip. Braidwood. The man they call Cracker. The ball is there.
No, just contest.
Picked up again by Parsons. He's been busy so far this evening. 10 minutes gone in the match. No score. Weber. Different tactic. And Vilimoni Karoi in good position with the safety of the 22 and touch on the full. And that's a good nudge from him.
Probably the right option from Weber. From going nowhere, saw a little bit of space in behind, didn't really get a great bounce. Clearance from Karoi. He'll start again on halfway.
No, crossing up.
Dixon takes a quick tap from the line out. Weber. Under pressure from Misiloy, who'd come around offside. It's going to be a contest all day long at the breakdown, isn't it? Both of these sides love a turnover. Illy now. Back for Tolongi. The chase is coming from Mason. Emerson slides over, but he did so without the ball.
Time off.
Chris Hart will be called upon here.
I think no goal. White pass. Yes, scramble. Advantage over. No goal. Scramble.
Oh, nicely
Advantage
worked
is over.
from Illy and Tolangi though, Buffer, wasn't it? Just changed the angle, dropped off underneath on a wee cut, opened up the space.
Crossing up.
Well, and it was the pace he put on after he did change the angle. And the beautiful wee kick. But how about the pace from Emerson? Gee whiz. This is it here. Here's the cut. There's the pace. And that beautiful wee kick. And Emerson came out of nowhere. I tell you what, that ball bounced up a little bit more. He was in for all money.
Oh, he's rapid. There's no doubt about that, Buff. Been on the scene now for some time, Mason Emerson. Played in the championship final against Wellington a couple of seasons ago.
Crouch.
Matt Fetters looking on.
Bind.
Feels like Matt Fetters has been around for a decade, doesn't it? Josh Renton. Tough carry that from Tompkinson. And Hawke's Bay win the penalty again. It is tit for tat over the ball. Kiefer is making an absolute menace of himself.
Oh, he's doing some damage. The cleaners just can't shift him at the moment, Kiefer. He's doing it very well. Combination of skill and strength, because it's a powerful carry. The carry almost went past the tackle a wee bit too far and opened himself up to Kiefer. Straight on it. Great line, though, to get in that position in the first place.
Well, McDowell sort of came in and hit him on the side. Hit Kiefer hard, but unfortunately bounced off. Leaving him on the ball, so great effort. Big opportunity here. We saw them drive a couple and get a couple of really nice tries against Southland. Here's their opportunity.
Well, I like how Pascal Dunn's calling a play in the back line as if they're going to get the ball at all. That one is sacked straight away. But Otago did so illegally.
They'll go back there again, surely. Keep the pressure on. Expert at this last week against Southland.
You want to take right now?
They really just made it look easy. Effectively 4 tries from different lineouts. 5 metres from Southland's line. That was the game, really.
Josh Kiefer scoring one of those. Mark Braidwood another, and Ash Dixon with the double. Here is Josh Dixon looking on.
It doesn't matter. Even he's on the ground, sucking lifter by 5.
Well, it looks like he's called the penalty and then given the option of having a line out before they kick it out. I might have read the wrong rules, but I thought they had to kick it out first. But anyway.
Well, what we do know is Allardyce wins the line out. Hawke's Bay driving over, and Kiefer's got 2 for the season. Otago guilty of just not being ready at all for that play.
I don't want to see like that push and chop, so just, you know,
On the job, Hawke's Bay, a little variation, saw the opportunity, Kiefer the man again. Wow, he's had an impact on this game. Just shifted it straight down. Opened up. Part of Otago looking to sack it. They've obviously got a plan against this dangerous line out. So Dawa was who did so, but opened up the path for Kaifa, and he took it.
Yeah, and he wasn't going to get stopped, was he? It was a nice wee shift drive, just enough. Where Otago tried to attack the jumper as he came down. And that is a really well-worked move. And a great start to a guy who's really deserved it. He's had a great start to the game, Kaifa, hasn't he?
A great signing for Hawke's Bay. Played for Auckland 2015. He was Auckland B's player of the season. So his career is certainly on the right trajectory. Tian Falcon, perfect record last week.
Well, this will be the mocha, won't it? I was waiting for that.
You were.
Yeah, he was hitting it beautifully last week. This place can be a funny place. First time kicking here. Not that will be his first time.
Well, our buddy Simon Wallace, who's sitting with us in the commentary box today, saying didn't look so good at captain's run, and then he came out today and started knocking them from everywhere. Here he is, 6 metres in from touch. Tian Falcon gets it high, and it's straight through. 7 points in the bank for Hawke's Bay. They lead Otago after 16.
Well, I'll tell you what, JP, goodness, seen a sweeter kick. Gee, hit that well.
He's coming off that tee beautifully at the moment. It's all on song. That's a bit against the run of play, you'd have to say, that try. Otago's had 70% of the territory so far.
Bit of a low-flying duck, that kick-off, and back from Webber to Falcon. Straight downfield to Vilamoni Kuroi. Now Ioane. Again he goes to the air. Coming forward for this is Falcon. Just overran it slightly. Had to reach back and grab it. And the maul is called again. Referee not mucking around on maul calls this evening. And Otago.
After catching maul, it's only an exception. He made maul, but straight after catching maul, it's only no.
Otago getting excited. Referee's spot on.
Straight after made maul, it's only no exception. Scrum.
So the ruling is he's taken off the kick and the ball's held up, therefore they retain the ball.
Well, I don't know about that one. He didn't take it clean. He's juggled that ball. I would have thought he's, yeah. Anyway, getting a shake of a head for the TMO, Chris Hart, who's a no-all anyway, but yeah. Here's the decision. And a big opportunity here. Again, just for Hawke's Bay to keep a bit of pressure on this Otago side.
Hope Hardy's got a cup of tea, Buff.
Water.
Tian Falcon straight away out to Stacey Ellie. He's well looked after. Not missing the tackle this time. Sio Tompkinson, as you mentioned, JP, missed a few last week, but he's looked solid so far tonight. Inside ball this time. Mike Allardyce was on the run. Stacey Ellie heavily involved too in the carries early. Back for Tian Falcon, had to trail back and clean up some scraps. Tompkinson's all over him. Falcon stays strong in the tackle, sets nicely for Webber. Braidwood still camped inside their red zone, Hawke's Bay, looking for an exit. It'll be off the boot. Ellie. There's a lot of chahooing going on out there. Here's the run we've been waiting for. Narigi sets. Back for Renton. Tom Rowe. Looked after by Michael Allardyce. Back for Renton again. Vilamoni Kuroi. Slipped through the tackle of Dunn, but Dixon was there to get the rest of them. Now the kick through. Chasing is Timu. Tompkinson slips it inside, and Josh Ioane scores. A little bit of magic from the Otago backs.
Oh, great finishing, Otago. They haven't really had too many chances, but Vilamoni Kuroi was the man who started it again. So dangerous last week. His acceleration, his ability to beat a player. It's come from counter-attack around his own half. And we see it. It's the man Nareki it was, not Karoi. Lovely movement though. So he started it, got to around about the 22 here. Otago knew they had space, worked it to the right. And then Tonkinson, great option. Just popped up beautifully for him. Wee inside ball, and Awani is the man on the spot.
Yeah, beautiful wee kick, wasn't it? Just the bounce of the ball. It can really hurt sometimes, but gee, you can prosper at it. Look at that, beautiful inside ball. And Awani in for the try.
Conversion is good, and we're locked up. 7 points apiece after 20. One break. You were right, JP. The Jonah Nareki run just put a Hawke's Bay defensive line on the back foot, and Otago good enough to take advantage of that.
Dangerous counter-attacking side. Real wheels, back three, and they love to run too. Karoi and Nareki often combine well.
Certainly know he's got it in him, Jonah Nareki. Josh Timu was in good support as well. Timu, late call up to the team this week. Mitchell Scott unavailable for selection due to a hamstring concern. Renton kicking off the Tawai carry, and Tolongi can't hold on. Josh Dixon will set just inside Hawke's Bay's half. Tawai again, back for Renton. Tough pass, picked up though by Joshua, and Hawke's Bay will hunt again here. Renton, this time the kick. Karoi is chasing, so is Nareki. Tian Falcon under real pressure, can't get away, and the ball has been lost in the tackle. Great hustle from the left wing and fullback in Otago colours. Big numbers now, they're just going to give it. Otago, it's an absolute liner, and Nadia Tawai is back.
Oh, talk about flick the switch. Otago, that's 2 and 2. Two brilliant tries. And the same catalyst. The dangerous back tree started it again. 2 very good kicks from Renton down the right-hand side to start with. Hawke's Bay had trouble with that. Then down this left-hand side, pop one down. They put all sorts of pressure on Otago. They had tons of space to the right. They just had to shift it, which they did well. And this guy's a try scorer, Darway.
Well, Tian Falcon unfortunately got the ball knocked out of his arm on the chase. Did a really good job. And that's just a really well-taken try. Plenty of numbers. There was about 4 there that could have scored that. Great try.
Well, how did they get so shortened up outside, Buff? That's the question.
Oh, I think they were just under the pump, under pressure. Tian Falcon, as Buff said, he got hit, lost control. The players were scrambling back to try and look after that situation. They got very, very tight in doing so. Turnover ball, very hard to defend from.
Ioane keeps the head down, and that is a great seed from Josh Ioane. Converts Nalia Dawai's try, the 31-year-old. Big welcome back to the big gold O for that man right there.
Well, isn't it nice when you've got guys who can get a bit of width on and perform like that? He's great with ball in hand, isn't he, Dawai? Misaloy was big in that movement as well. Great kick too by the Otago 10. He really has started this game well.
Falcon with the restart. Misaloy back for Renton again, just outside the 22. Josh Timu will chase this one. Olangi had some issues earlier with the high ball, not on this occasion. Slips inside Fanners, can't get away from the second line. Back for Webber. Solid carry from Michaeli too. He has Kiefer on the inside. Kiefer's trying to get himself in support now. Back for Webber. Webber gets cleaned up. Jonah Nareki coming in off the wing. Makes the tackle on the diminutive halfback. Kiefer there now, deputising. Still a contest at the breakdown. Allardyce now. Back for Webber. Falcon. Tolangi handed it back to Koroi. And Nareki clears downfield. Out of trouble again, Otago, but carried back is the call, so Hawke's Bay will get the line out.
Oh, he really needed that one to stay in, didn't he? There's no one really back. Falcon was tracking back, but still had plenty of work to do, so Hawke's Bay will be pretty happy with where they are at the moment.
25 minutes gone, game 1 of 2 on Friday night football tonight. The Shield Challenge coming up after this. Taranaki putting the log on the line against Manawatu. Manawatu, it's been 40 years since they last held the Ranfurly Shield. And that one is kicked away off the Hawke's Bay mistake. Good exit too. Jonah Nareki showing his chops tonight.
Pretty handy left foot, isn't he? He's an outstanding clearance. Otago. Sigh of relief there. Giving themselves a little bit of bother. Line out not functioning as nicely as Hawke's Bay would like.
Give up, give up.
Interesting setup with Kaifer coming round to the front of the line-out, looking to get it now. Weber allowed him to bounce out, and Tian Falcon taking a wide line, trying to get outside Fatters. Fatters just staying in and giving away the penalty.
Giving Chris to win the ball.
No, not happy. Fatters. He'll argue he got to his feet before he played it, but the pictures might show us otherwise. Tough area around that breakdown around the tackle area, just has to be done so quickly but clearly.
Well, it was a nice set move, JP. They got outside the defender, put a bit of pressure on. Oh, and didn't find touch. Bad mistake.
Well, that's forced for the 22 metres drop out. Tian Falcon, you could hear him. Said something like fire truck as soon as he kicked that.
Yeah, just looking for a little bit too much, Falcon.
Behind.
Keen on that 5 metre line out where they are so dangerous.
Those are basics though. You've got to get those moments right in the game. Rather give up 3 or 4 metres off the line out than make a mistake like that. Here's Mikaeli too, showing good strength. Brad Webber. Inside to Braidwood, crackers away again. Now some width for Hawke's Bay. Tolangi up from fullback, finds Illy with a wide pass. Kaifu was just ranging out on that right wing side. Now he picks up, goes on his own. Forced back in the tackle. Again, it's Tompkinson. Evans straight through. Can't quite find the offload. And the ball is there for Hawke's Bay. Otago are complaining. They want it. And they can't have it. Great offload again. Tolangi skipping out under the horns he goes. Great set-up play from Hawke's Bay's forwards, finished by the fullback.
Oh, the danger of Gareth Evans. He will have an impact in a game every single time at some stage. Explosive from the base, picked on a front rower. And he created it. And a couple of offloads later, Hawke's Bay are under the bin. Here he goes. Just between the two props, all the space, explosive. Off the mark. It looked like Thompson may have had a go of it, but couldn't quite hold it. And then dangerous running here on the inside and another offload. Tolangi's looked dangerous too, and he goes under the bar.
Well, I think the best part was just the decision-making there of Evans. He didn't push the pass, but I tell you what, there's some lovely wee offloads into Tulagi. This boy here gets excited when there's turnover ball, and he gets himself involved. Great try.
Well, big name standing up for Hawke's Bay in the play. Gareth Evans, as you mentioned, JP. Lovely offload from Jonah Lowe. Did well to just stay on his feet, wait for support to arrive. Tian Falcon makes it another one. The 100% season continues for Tian. And we have 14 points apiece.
That's everything we expected this game. Some quality play on both sides. Some brilliance in attack, some punishing defence. taking their opportunities well.
Tell you what, they're flying into these rucks on the sideline too.
Yeah.
Guys, you can really hear the hits.
That's a hallmark of both sides. I mean, look at the personnel involved. Mike Allardyce took it down. And the maul is called. Now, if it's not a turnover when you take a high ball, is it a turnover when you take a restart? Rugby union laws simplifying things since ages ago.
Take him back.
Webber back inside the 22, carried back as the ball. Kuroi has numbers, and he'll look for the kick. Just a short one over the top. Philemoni Kuroi, the bounce just didn't sit up for him. And no advantage means scrum for Hawke's Bay. He was away.
It was a wall of black and white jerseys coming at him. They left a little bit of space behind that wall. He spotted it. Very close. Kuroi. Look at that. Hawke's Bay coughed up a little bit of ball. More than you'd expect from them. The breakdown area has been very physically contested. Just too dominating territory, but Hawke's Bay playing a lot of ball.
Let's go. Yeah. Crouch! Sit!
Brad Webber feeds the scrum. Good scrum again from Hawke's Bay. Evans out of the boot, finds Webber. Webber puts it on the toe, kicks only as far. Philemoni Kuroi, and Kuroi returns fire. And that is a good nut from him as well, up over the halfway line.
Great return buffer, isn't it? Right foot, handy down there. Kuroi with the right foot, and Ricky with the left foot, and give him a little bit of time, and they're just punishing them.
Well, it's just good, nice fullback play that. Got himself in the right posse. Weber's a pretty smart footballer and a good right foot on him too, so.
Hawke's Bay looking for a variation on that line-out play with Kaifer outside Webber on that occasion. It's split down. There's still a chance. Stacey Illy trying to skin Nareki, can't do it. And Nareki straight back on his feet and straight over the ball. Otago calling for the penalty and winning it. Gee, that's good defence from Jonah Nareki.
Excellent in that area this evening, Otago. They really have. It's the 10th turnover now. Obviously done a lot of work around that in training, perfecting those skills. Doesn't matter which player, what number you got on your back, they're proficient at it and having a go.
Joshua clears the touch.
The offload, how good was the offload? On the break, yeah, the backhand. And then Nareki just come out of nowhere. Bang, right round the bootlaces, straight on his feet. Tell you what, kids, that there was copybook. That's how you tackle, get on your feet and turn the ball over.
Otago have the line out. Joshuani's cleared to touch. Sam Anderson, Heather, the captain throws. They go long. Dixon back for McDowell, and McDowell sets up Talway, the try scorer. Anderson trying to rip everything out of that breakdown, including half the other players. Dixon again for Renton.
It is white! Yes, it's more.
A lot of Joshes in this Otago team. Could be a record.
Yes,
That one is knocked on by Hawke's Bay. Talway scooped it up for Aki Seuli. He was taken out by Allardyce, and there's the penalty.
Offside, 7. Offside. Never onside. 7 white.
Oh, hard to resist that one. Okay, for involved in the tackle, it was arguable whether it was a
I call
ruck
it
to be offside from, but however, just see here, Lucy Loy with the carry, got under a little bit of pressure, and then Renton as well. Hawke's Bay piling through. Otago managed to hold. There was a knock on anyway. They wanted to keep it alive.
Yeah, well, they're really flying into their rucks, Hawke's Bay. Fortunately, they're just doing it at ones at the moment, so opportunity here for Ani. Hit the last one from the touch absolutely beautifully.
Ioane from out in front. Again, he keeps the head down. He loves that play, and that is a good nudge. Otago back in front. 17 plays 14.
Just inside that crucial time. Prior to half-time break. Important now to play. Percentages, control. A good exit needed from Otago here.
Falcon getting rid of the extra ball. Aki Sauli waits. They go long again from the kick-off. Here is Missilor. He has looked strong so far in this half. Back for Renton, took a couple of steps backward, cleared it away downfield. Taulagi waits. Infield to Falcon. That is a dusty pass. Good work from Jonah Lowe, though, not for the first time in this game. Back for Gareth Evans, showing his kicking skills. And Vilimoni Karoi has plenty of time just to size up his options here, and his option is to kick for touch.
Jonah Lowe again, Buffer, just always looking to keep that ball alive, aren't they? They must work hard at that as well.
That back three is dangerous, really, isn't it? I just like their attitude. As soon as that ball's been turned over or kicked to them, their first option is have a crack. The kicking option's last. Okay, it was a bit of a ropey pass there by Taulagi, but still, the option was right.
Again, it's the Weber Kaifer show of line outside. Kaifer almost through the gap. Back for Weber. Some of the passing from Hawke's Bay letting them down at the moment. Stacey Illy back to his feet. Injury and back play. It's Dixon who stayed down. And Taulagi can't hold on to that one. No knock-on call. Now, in fact, it has been. That's a scrappy old play from the Magpies.
Yeah, but untidy. Disappointed, looked like breakdown in communication off Weber to start with, and then really just a loose pass after that, not under great pressure. Yet another turnover of position.
Certainly has Josh Dixon down.
He's looking like a bit of an ankle injury. So, Jokotani Karoi just warming up here. They'll do the old magic tape around the boot. There's not often that works.
Never works. It's never worked ever. Well, don't forget the Shield game coming up. Taranaki taking on Manawatu from Yarrow Stadium, 7:30 p.m. tonight. Taranaki having already got through Poverty Bay and Whanganui. Shield challenges before the Mitre 10 Cup season. Then tomorrow, Canterbury taking on Wellington. What a great game that promises to be as well, JP. Wellington looked good last week. Canterbury, some work to do.
Well, not often you see Canterbury side go down two in a row, is it? But there's a distinct possibility. Certainly. And then the big one tomorrow night. The All Blacks just looking so commanding. Hard to see them getting beaten, isn't it?
Well, let's not forget too that the Black Ferns play before the All Blacks. 5 p.m. against the Wallaroos, second test in the Laurie O'Reilly Memorial Cup, and that will be live on Sky before the All Blacks take on the Wallabies.
Let's go.
Just keeping an eye on the defence at the moment. Buffer, Otago, see they've fallen off 14 tackles already in this first half. It's 39 against Wellington, and that's just way too many against any decent side, quality side. So it's not great again in this first half, and they've managed to scramble around that so far, but if they don't improve in that department, it's going to be costly.
Yeah, defence is key, isn't it? And particularly first up tackles. What teams tend to do is do a lot of scrambling tackling. That just takes a lot of energy out of you.
Hawke's Bay trying to get a shunt on at scrub time. Otago up to it. Here's Faddis. Nareki and Kuroi look to combine out wide, but Kuroi's kick's gone too far. And Hawke's Bay will have the line out on the halfway stripe.
Well, I think that one's got to be held on to. Hang on to the ball there.
Yeah, thank you.
Set the ruck. Look to bring your big boys back into the game. We're disappointed with that.
He's inventive, creative. He's up to something, isn't he? A bit too much on occasions.
Tapped out Kiefer again to Weber. Weber fires an absolute bullet across field. Town Falcon has the ball in possession now. Tolangi. Tolangi's kick is charged down, picked up by Weber. Weber with the one-hander to Mason Emerson. Emerson bounces out of one. C.O. Tompkinson held him up, but he had to let go. Hawke's Bay trying to finish the half with a wet sail here. Weber looks left. They have the numbers. Great offload from Tolangi and Falcons.
Oh, a bit of brilliance again from Hawke's Bay.
Well, a massive head clash as well.
Oh, dear.
That is not ideal.
Check one here, they're away again.
Well, we're just carrying on. Here's Tolangi once more. Aki Sayuli trying to wrap him up. Falcon needs a transfusion. Meanwhile, plays on the 22-metre line. Ben May. Jonah Nareki was giving away 60 kegs on him and still held him up. Evans, quick hands, beautiful bounce out by Allardyce. Still there for Evans, and there's the penalty. The tap and go from Jonah Lowe. Out wide. Makaeli 2 gets out of 1. Drops it back in field. Weber tries. Now the pick and go. Gareth Evans in the boot of this one. Over the line they are. Referee getting down. And good luck finding that ball.
Now, hang on. Ready? Okay.
Tom Parsons, I think, the man who's claiming the try.
I agree. I haven't seen him. So, but you're using a real check just in case. No.
I think everyone saw it except the referee, to be fair.
Me either. So,
Yeah, it's on field is crucial here.
Thank you. It's not clearly held up. We didn't see any clear grounding. No, half time.
Well, the calls come from the assistant referee. He said, I didn't see it. And the referee said, I didn't see it. And they've got a TMO who could have had a look, and they decided not to use him. That is bizarre. Let's go to half time. It is 17-14. Otago leading Hawke's Bay.